It's midnight and you're driving aimlessly and alone. You enjoy the silence in your car, lost in your thoughts. Your mind wanders with melancholic pauses to past events, walking the path of past years that build upon years, and then, almost without warning, jumps to the anxiety of the future, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, and whatever future paranoias grip your mind. In the midst of all this, you hear that feeling is coming, like a punch in the stomach. Loneliness. Thoughts and memories flood your mind. Your sweet grandmother's eyes, who passed away long ago. Your frowning mother scolding you. Your friends' jokes at which you laughed, but which underneath hurt you. You feel alone in a world that doesn't fully understand you, surrounded by the people you love and who love you back, but by whom you don't feel completely filled or satisfied by. Yeah, it would be nice if someone could fill that void. You'd finally be less anxious. You wouldn't be desperately trying to fulfill it through activities you are uninterested in, or hanging out with people who are only superficially useful to kill time, without thinking how harsh it is. Yet, it never seems to work, not even with the most important relationships in your life. Every time at some point, you always feel a sense of detachment, even with your partner. If love can't change that feeling, how do you defeat loneliness? So, you pull over the car to calm down and reflect deeper. Is it really possible to defeat loneliness? Maybe it's one of those existential feelings from which you can't escape. Yet, that emptiness you feel is distressing. In that secluded space of your mind, the sensations are amplified and our voice resonates louder than usual. It says you are worthless, that you haven't accomplished anything good so far, that you don't deserve anything positive, that you can't be alone. The only solution is to distract yourself. Go out with friends, get busy with work, engage in various activities. You try to ignore that void which little by little becomes a huge monster that is hiding inside you. And you know it will creep out at the most unexpected and worst possible moments. However, why for once, instead of running away, don't you try to look this monster in the eye? Why, instead of thinking that he wants to hurt you, don't try to understand if he wants to tell you something? Therefore, you try to listen, and here you are, the first insult. You are good for nothing. It hurts very much, but this time you choose to stay there, to look into the eyes of this monster who continues to relentlessly debase and abuse you. You are good for nothing, you are good for nothing, and it seems absurd, but the more you hear this thought, the less frightening it becomes. That gives you the opportunity to ask yourself more questions. Why do I think I'm good for nothing? Is it because I haven't achieved my goals? What should I do then to stop feeling like this? Suddenly, that sentence, so full of meaning, just loses its importance, only because you found the courage to listen to it deeper. That emptiness is no longer a place to fear, but a pleasant one, where you can talk to yourself, get to know yourself better, developing a more solid foundation. And slowly, comparing yourself with others becomes less and less painful. That detachment that has forced you to face your loneliness now becomes food for thought, a way to get to know yourself better and enjoy the uniqueness of whoever is in front of you, without necessarily feeling wrong. Maybe you can choose to be inspired to change something about yourself, or maybe not. Now that you have become familiar with the voice of your loneliness, you master your life and, consequently, the kind of person you want to become. So, turn the machine back on. Now that you're able to look into your darkness, you can hit the road with a different spirit. By now, you're looking forward to your new challenge, which is finally feeling that sense of emptiness in the best way possible, your way. Thank you for listening. For any information, please send an email to teampsyche@gmail.com.